Okay, I'm going to try not to focus on the negative in this one. Just look at the positives. Hello and welcome to FTTR, I am Ewan McQuaid, and yes, today we are again talking about more releases from the big WWE, and their names will be across my face right now, this round of cuts. And yeah, this is, again, incredibly frustrating. It sort of shows an ineptitude behind the scenes, particularly with the release of Hit Row. That makes no sense whatsoever. And yeah, I just don't really get it. And I think the main sort of focal point of this video is, I think I'm done. You know? I think sort of going through the story of my relationship with WWE, sort of the biggest industry leader, if you will, of professional wrestling, I think I'm done. I think this is finally the time when, you know, put that to bed. Just put it over there. Because I don't really see the point. Everyone I like has been released. Pretty much all the guys that I watched WWE for have gone. Swerve Scott, Karrion Kross, Keith Lee, Aleister Black, Andrade, Adam Cole. There's just that sort of crop of NXT that I loved and that was ready to see thrive on the main roster. That's just gone completely. The two left are Gargano and Ciampa. They are my two. And yeah, Raw isn't doing it for me. SmackDown isn't doing it for me. NXT 2.0 is not doing it for me either. So I think it's just time to sort of draw a line under this. And I feel content with that. That's the main point of this video, is there's so much more wrestling out there outside of the bubble of WWE that I think it's okay to let it go if you want to. It's weird. It's the biggest wrestling promotion in the world, and yet I want to get rid of that. That's like saying, how would I describe this? That's like saying I only want to watch, you know, no, that doesn't work. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Well, it's basically I only want to watch independent superhero films. I don't want to watch Marvel because it's not very good. That's like, granted, there's probably people out there that have that take, but it's the leader, it's the one who's doing it the best, it's the model that most studios follow when producing superhero films. And that should be WWE, but it's not. And I think, you know, the main reason I was clinging on to the WWE network was the archive and the documentaries, because, you know, I love my documentaries. But I think it's just, I'm just going to put it out. You know, I can't really see what justified these releases. Hit Row had just been called up to the main roster, and they're gone. That is a complete waste of time, of the audience's time, and of the performer's time. That one frustrated me a lot. Drake Maverick has already been released once. They brought him back in, and they've released him again, nearly a year after. That's just borderline malicious to do that to someone. You know, maybe he felt content in this second run, sort of post-COVID. But yeah, it's kind of, these ones have rubbed me the wrong way. And going into the positives of this, there are so many wrestling companies out there that are going to get a massive boost from these stars. And that's what I'm interested in. It's the outside stuff now. I'm subscribing to Impact Plus, for one, because Josh Alexander versus Suzuki I want to watch that. AEW on Fight, already subscribed. AEW is must-watch TV in my opinion. MLW on YouTube. New Japan, I want to watch New Japan as well, but, and this is a rant for another time, the interface is just so sort of unaccessible and it frustrates me. But that's a rant for another time. There's just so much more out there. Even like IWTV, Independent Wrestling TV, and the indies that they show. It's just, there's a wealth of content beyond that one mainstream bubble. And I don't want this to come across as, oh, he hates WWE, because I don't hate WWE. That is not true. I just think, until they change the ship, turn the ship around, refocus on what an actual wrestling fan wants, then it's just not for me. And I'm not going to waste time talking about it. At the end of the day, I want to talk about things that I feel are meaningful, have purpose, and treat me with a little bit of respect/dignity. So yeah, I probably won't be covering much WWE content going forward, because as I've said, I've got rid of the network. I legitimately have. You know, maybe I'm fickle and I'll get it back in a few months for the Rumble, probably. But yeah, I just, it's broke me. It has broke me. But I'm weirdly optimistic that I think watching Impact, watching AEW, watching Rampage, watching MLW, watching all these indies is going to be a more fulfilling experience. So that's the crux of this video, if you will. I'm just done. I'm just done with that. And it's a new chapter of From the Top Rope. Stick around if you want. Please do. Please hit subscribe if you like the content. And yeah, that's it. Out with the old, in with the new. So let me know your thoughts on the releases, let me know your thoughts on WWE as a whole. Have you reached that point yet? And I will try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you all ever so much for your support. Thank you all for your continued support, and have a nice day.